Welcome, guys. Welcome again to the channel here. It's Martin Debs. We're going to be working on the next part of the e-commerce web application. This is where we left off last time. So we're going to be focused today on the blog. We're going to work on this. See, right now it's currently not available. So we are going to work in the interface part of the repo. So let's, I got the application open here. So here is where we left over. So to make it a little shorter than before, I end up creating the class. If you want to learn how to create the class, you can actually look at the first couple of videos and it will tell you. But I end up creating one for posts. So I end up creating one. I give it an ID, a title, a body, and one for the image, description, tags, category, create main comments. So then I also created some subfolders, and there's one for comments. So then I put a class there, comments, main comments, sub comments here. So let me click on it so you guys can see. Inside the comment, I give it, whatever you're going to put, the message and the time when it was created, and of course an ID. And I created a main comment, and this one is gonna derive from comment. And also I created sub comments so that way people can comment and comment and type another comment. So here it is what it's supposed to look like. So then I created a new migration here, and I updated the database. Actually, no, I didn't. Let me see. Let me go back. I think I forgot. I kind of try to make it. No, I haven't. See, if you look at the history here where it says migration, I didn't. I had yeah. Oh, I was trying to do it, but it didn't go through. So let me try to do it again. So add migration. I give it the name. You can name it whatever you want, but me I always put it as a reference. So I'm gonna put down add model pose. So see if it goes through. I had some errors there before, so I fixed them. So let's go ahead and update the new migration. So this is going to take a bit. Be back in a second. All right, so I did create a migration, and I did an update. I did an update migration. Let me go back. So here it is. I give it the name, add model pose. And then once it went through, I did update database. And I created a new migration. Okay, cool. So now we are, I'm going to go ahead and close these tabs. And the next thing I want to go ahead and do is create a folder. And I am going to name this one interface. So I'm going to call this one interfaces. And inside there, I want to go ahead and create a repo. So inside there, let's go ahead and create an interface. Let's go here, create a class, interface. And inside there, I am going to go ahead and create a iPost repository like that. And then inside there, this one looks just like a class. And I'll explain to you. All right. So here, the very first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring in pose, and I'm going to get a pose. This is going to be just a single one. So it's going to be an ID. And then we're going to do is, I want to get a whole list of pose. This one is going to be pose. And I'm going to name this one get all pose. Like that. And then the next one is going to be, I don't want no, this one you don't have to return anything. So I'm going to do add pose. This is going to be from pose. So, and then we're going to do is the same thing. You do the same thing for update. Update the pose. And inside there to update the post, you got to pass post. You're going to bind the model. And let's do one for remove post. And you need to pass an ID in order to remove the post. And then we're going to need one for, what happened there? So, and then we're going to need one for this, we want to add sub comments like that. And this one is going to come from sub comments, just like that. And then the last one is going to be, you want to pass a task, and this one's going to be Boolean. And this one here, you want to do save changes, save change async. Okay, and that's it for the interface. Let me make sure. Yep, I got all of that. So now that we have the interface, let's go ahead and do, let's work on the repo. All right, so now we're going to do is going to create a folder, and this folder is going to be called services. Services like that. And here's going to go my repo right here. So let's go here, hit class. This one I am going to call it, actually, hold on, I messed up. It's actually not a class, supposed to be, yeah, actually it is a class. It is a class, and this one is going to be called pose, repository like that. And here we are going to derive from iPose repository like that. And then we're going to, you can do right click dot, and it's going to actually, the .NET Core is going to help you. It's going to implement some of this for you, so you don't have to do it from scratch. So it's pretty cool. So now that we have all of that, so then we're going to go ahead and inject the DV context. So we can do CTOR. So again, CTOR, and hit tab, and it's gonna start it for you. So then we're gonna do application DV context like that, and then I'm gonna put context, and I'm gonna hit Control dot, and then and it's gonna give you a couple of different options to do. I am gonna do this one here. It's called create and assign field, and I'm gonna do underscore over here, and then we can go ahead and start implementing we can start working on our repo. And this is another way to, you can go directly into the controller, but the how everybody does, you can create a repo, and it takes some of the weight, and it's easy to maintain and easy to add up, do any additions as the application grows. It's easier. So let me go ahead and implement these functionalities, these functions. So the repository or unit of work patterns. So what Microsoft is saying, it says the repository and unit of work patterns are intended to create an abstraction layer between the data and access layers in the business logic layer of an application. Implementing these patterns can help you insulate your application from changes in the data stored, and it can facilitate automatic unit testing or test-driven development. So this is how you do TDD. So pretty cool. So this is in other words, organize it. It makes the work better as your application will grow, and this application is going to get big. So the first one is we are going to just return context here, and we're going to do pose, because that's what we're doing. We want to go ahead and add a pose like that. And Then I want to go ahead and put this one. I'm going to bring it down. I don't want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one all the way to here, right here. Okay, so let's go back up. Right here where it says get all the posts, we are going to here we actually going to use return, and it's going to be context post to list, just like that. Okay, and then here it's going to be a single one. So, and here what we want to do is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to return. Make sure I got that one. So here we want to do is return context plus post, and then what you want to do is you want to do first or default, and here you want to do is we want to get the ID, be that ID, make sure it's equal to ID, like that, and then we have the remove. So on this one, we are going to do context dot post and we're going to use the remove. And here you want to do is get post, and you want to get a single ID. So, and then we have, let's go ahead and I like to put it in order. So the next one I want to go ahead and do is, I want to do the update. So on the update, it's similar to because it's very similar to the remove. So here you want to do is post that post, and you want to look for update, like that. And you want to do is you want to update the post. And then for save changes, what you want to do is over here, we're going to implement the if statement. So in the if statement, we're going to do, because it is, see how ASP done like Microsoft Windows Visual Studio 2022, it automatically brought it. So, because over here was not showing the async, so it automatically put it for you. So here what we want to do is underscore context, like that. And you want to do is save changes async. Make sure if it's greater than 0, you want to save it. And you want to do is return true. If it's not, you return false. False, like that. And here, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and return the sub comments. Let me see if it allows me to do sub comments. Oh, it's not allowing me to do sub comments yet. Oh, you know what? I did not create a migration on the sub comments. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So let me go ahead and do that real fast. Yeah, so here I want to do is I want to go ahead and implement another DV set. And this one is going to be DV set. This is going to be for the it's going to be for the main comments, main comment. And it's going to be main comments, and then here, and we are going to create a new migration, public DV set. And here it's going to be the sub comments and sub comments, like that. We got to use the set, and we're going to use the get and set. Okay, so now I am going to go ahead and run a new migration. So I'm going to do add migration. So I'm going to do add app comments model like that. So if everything goes okay, you should be able to run a new migration. So I created a new migration because I forgot to do that. All right, so here back to the repo here. So now that we have the repo, we can actually implement the so here we can do context dot sub comments, and you want to add a new comment. Hopefully you guys get the picture now about how simple it is to create a repo. So, and then after that, like, I mean, the controller is going to be a piece of cake. All right. So here, I want to go ahead and include inside the single post. I want to go ahead and include. So we're going to use that include. So include like that. And I am going to include, what are we including here? We're going to include the main comments like that. And then we are going to then include, okay, so then include, we want to include the sub comments dot sub comments. And then we can do, the first and default. Let's make it more prettier. Not prettier, but we just put it in one single. Let's make it right underneath every one of them, like that. Okay. So now, so that should be it for the oh, actually, we want to go ahead. Yeah, that's it pretty much. That is it for this repo. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Get all All right. So then we're going to go ahead and create a controller. So let's go ahead and go create our amazing controller. Okay, so now inside the areas, because we're working on the admin side, so we are going to create a new controller here, and then this one is going to be pose. It's going to be pose. We're going to do MVC controller, and it's going to be empty. Pose, like that pose controller. Okay, and then here we want to do is create an area. And here we want to do is admin. Admins. Yeah, it's got to be this. It's got to be around the parentheses. Okay, so then that we have that is derived from the controller. Inside here, we want to do CTRO like that, and we want to go ahead and inject the iPose, iPose repository like that. And this one I'm going to short out to repo. I'm going to go ahead and hit control dot. I'm pretty much doing the same thing. What I did is inside the inside the inside the repo. There you go. Nope. Why is it not letting me? Okay, implement this, create a field. Yeah, this one right here. See? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that repo. So inside the repo, we want to go ahead and let's focus on the return the post. So I want to create a variable, and this one's going to be post because we're returning all the posts. So this is going to be repo, and it's going to be get all posts. And then what we want to do is return the view, and inside the view is going to be the post. And that's how you return all of them. Okay. And then let's create one for detail because we want to go ahead and click and navigate to the detail page. So we want to do is public I action result like that. And you want to do details. And inside there is we're going to need an ID. Return. Return view. Here what we want to do is let's just go ahead and do, there's two different ways we can do this one. But I'm going to do it, I'm going to make it in one single line. See, we can do the same thing like this, create a variable and then return a single post. We're just going to do repo that get post. And inside the get post, we want to pass an ID. And that's how you do the detail page. Perfect. It's not too, you see how light of a controller so far it is? It's like not a lot of lines to code, which is better, you know? All right, so let's do a recap. So we create an interface, we create a repository, and we implement the post controller. So next thing I want to go ahead and do, and I want to go ahead and create a iFile manager, and this is going to be an interface. So we're going to go here to interfaces, and here we're going to go ahead and this is going to be how we're going to implement the images. So here, I want to go ahead and name this one file manager like that. And then what I want to do is in here, so it's already public. I'm going to use file string, and this is going to be an image string. And inside there is going to be a string, and this is going to be an image. Let's create the next one. This is going to be a task, and this is going to be type string. And we want to go ahead and save the image. We're going to name it. We're going to name it save image. And here, oh, shoot, my food is ready. All right, 1 second. Let me go ahead and post this. That is, okay, so then it's going to be iForm file. That beeping, sorry about that. That was just, that was my lunch. All right, so here we have that. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and implement the repository. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So let me go here, and I'm going to go ahead and create a service. This is going to be called file manager, just like that. Blam, that's that. And this is going to help us to implement the image. So this is one way. I'll show you guys a different way after as the videos. So the underline, it's because it's complete, because it wants to help you to do it says implement interface. So we go ahead and click yes. So here we're going to do the same thing, CTOR, file manager. And here what we want to do is I want to use iConfiguration, and we're going to do config. And here what I want to do is I want to go ahead and name this one image path. And this is going to be config. Then we're going to select it, and then the path is going to be images. And we want to go ahead and make it private on the top, and it's going to be a string, and it's going to be image that path. I mean, image path like that. File manager, image path. Okay, so yeah, that's, make sure everything's correct. Path, config. Okay, cool. So now up here, what I want to do is here, just follow along and I'll explain. Okay, so here what we want to do is I want to return and I want to return a new file string like that. And here I want to do path dot combine with the capital. And then inside there, I want to do image path underscore image path. And also we want to pass the image. So it's using two parameters. And then here what I want to do is file mode, and want to do that dot open. And then it's going to be another one, file access. And we want it to read. Okay, so the next one is going to be public async. So we want to do public tasks, but we want to make this one async. And here I want to do is, if we want to do it, let's try the try catch. Let's do the try catch. It's complaining. Let's do a try catch like that. And here what I want to do is want to pass exception here, ex. And let's make it count. Oh, let's do console log. Console in JavaScript you do console log, but in C# you do console write line, and you want to pass a message. I want to return ex message. And then the message is going to be return the error. This is good for testing. Perfect. All right. So inside here is where the magic happens. So let's create a variable safe. I want to create a variable which is going to be safe path. And we want to use path combine. See how ASP I'm sorry, Visual Studio 22 is kind of helping already. So, okay, so then let's do another one. If directory exists, actually, no, if it doesn't exist, image path directory create directory, and then you want to do save path like that. And down here, let's create three variables. One is going to be bar my. This is going to be image that file name dot substring, and this here is going to be that image file name like that. And you want to do get the last index of. This one looks like a happy face. You see that? It's like a happy face. Now this one, let's create another one. It's going to be, this one's going to be called file name. Let's make that capital. And here you want to do, let's use the $sign to create. That reminds me of jQuery. So here we want to do is ing underscore, and you want to do here, you can pass daytime, and you want to do now, and I want to make it to string, and let's pass how we want to pass it. So we want to do dd dot, this is the month, and the hour, and the minutes, and the seconds. So that when it displays the image, it shows the time when was supposed the image, I guess. Okay. So now let's go ahead. Let's use using, and let's create a variable here. It's going to be file string, but this one's when it's going to be with the lowercase. So then let's do new file string, And inside there, we want to do is pass the path and then do combine. And let's do save path. Save path. And then the second parameter is going to be file name. And then after that, we want to do file mode, and then you want to create like that. And then inside here, why is it file? Because it was supposed to be capitalized. Okay, so let's do a wait. And then here you want to do image dot copy text, copy to async. And then what we're going to do is file string like that. And then you want to do return file name. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Okay. And that is it for the file manager. Okay, so we created our interface, and this is the repo. So now we can actually go into the controller, and we can actually inject it here. So that's what I'm going to do next. So here, what I want to do is file manager like that. And here, I want to do is call it file manager. Let's put it under here. Let me go ahead, hit control dot. And let me see what kind of, oh, this is the one I'm looking for right there. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put underscore in the front, and I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the, I want to go ahead and get rid of this like that. Perfect. And so now we can continue. Okay. So the next thing I want to go ahead and implement view models. Already did it, so that way I can kind of make the video a little shorter. So inside the models, I end up creating a folder that's called view models. And inside there, I created one for pose view models. So for example, you create let's say you create a model, and inside the model, you have some of these properties that you don't want to show. So you create a view model. And for example, this one here, this one's called post view model. Pretty much shows everything. Let me go ahead and open. Let me go ahead and open this one. So if you take a look, let's say you don't want to show the comments on it. You just want to be able to share the, for example, from when it was created, categories, tags. See over here, I'm not sharing. When I create a post, I'm not sharing the comments on it. So that's pretty much what a view model. Okay. So it's almost the same thing as a regular class. All right. So, okay. So I created one for post. I created one for comment so people can comment. So it gives you the ID, it gives you a main comment, and also I implement the required. So, okay. So let me see here. And I created one. This is going to be for the pagination, for page number, category, search, order by, and this is then how many pages and all of that. So all of that, we're going to go ahead and implement that inside my post, actually here, inside my iPost repository here. So I'm going to go ahead and implement that. Let me do that real quick. So inside here, I want to implement the index view model. So I'm going to do that get all posts. And inside here, I want to pass one parameter for page number. And this is going to be one for the category. The next one is going to be for the search. So when we search stuff, okay, so that's that. So now the post repository is going to start iPost repository is going to complain. So let me go ahead and implement that so that way no more underline. So where did you created that? Let me see what right here. I'm gonna go ahead and move it. I'm gonna go ahead and move it and put it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it right. I'm gonna go ahead and put it over here, right here. So we're gonna work on that. It's gonna be this is gonna be you're gonna learn a lot on that one. So here I'm gonna short this out a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's put real data there. So the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do, use font like that. I'm gonna use this one, and I'm gonna pass the post because that's what we're gonna be working on. And this is we're gonna make a boolean, and I'm gonna do in category, and this one I am gonna go ahead and use. I'm gonna pass post post, but I'm not going to pass it. It's not going to be capitalized. It's going to be, and then here I want to do arrow function, kind of like JavaScript here. And then there, this is going to be for the category. I want to do is return. I want to do post that category. And this one, I want to make it two lower and this one two lower. And then I'm going to pass equal. And I'm going to pass category to lower. Why are you complaining? Let me see. What did I do here? Okay, so I post category equals. I see. Supposed to be category with the lower. Now we got rid of that. So now let's implement the pagination. So I want to do page size, and this one is going to be for the first page size is going to be 5. And this is going to be, I'm going to create a variable here. It's going to be amount. And we want to do page size. And we want to multiply that by page number. Now let's go ahead and subtract that by 1. Okay. And then let's create another one. It's called bar query. Query like that. And here I'm going to do context like that. Pose dot as not tracking. And I'm going to use as queryable. Now here I want to do if string is nullable or empty, I'm going to pass category. And then I want to do query, make it equal to query dot where X is in category like that. So whatever you're searching. Okay. So let's create another one. Let's do another if. So if no string, make sure it's capital, it's null or empty. This is when you're searching. So this is we want to do query equal to query dot where, and here I want to do is ef dot functions. We might make that equal. I'm sorry, like. So this is going to be if it's equal to the title you're searching. And let's do the $. Let's make that equal to the search. or ef dot functions. We'll make it like, and this is going to be, we're going to use the body. So whatever you're, so this is another keyword, whatever you're searching for. Uh, so here we want to do is, I want to put the search. That's one more. Let's do one more for, you see. So whenever you're searching, so let's do another one. So let's say you're searching for description. Like let's say you want to search the post by description. So let's do that. Let's put the $sign on it and let's search by. This is what you want to make it search by. Okay. I know this part is a little bit, but I'm going to short it out a little bit. So that way I'm just creating the functions there. The rest of it, I'll kind of short it out. So this is going to be post count. And this one, I'm going to make it query dot count. Okay. And then we're going to create one more. And this is going to be int page count. So here what we want to do is page count. And here I want to pass an integer. And want to do math, ceiling. We're going to use the double. And we want to do is pose. We want to grab the post count divided by page size. And then now for we want to do is we want to do some returns here. We want to do new index view model. And the items that we want to return, I'm going to pass the first one is going to be page number. And this is going to be equal to the page number. This is what I want to return. There's going to be another one for this is going to be page count. This is going to be, we're going to return page count. And let's return one for next page. And this is going to be equal to the post count. And want to make it greater than, I want to pass skip amount plus page size. The next one is going to be pages. This is going to be, I'm going to create a page helper after. So now work with the helper. We're going to do that. So this is page numbers. Actually, let me go ahead and do that because it is complaining about it. So we're going to create a folder and this is going to be called helper. I'm going to call it page helper. Actually, no, let's just call it helpers like that. And inside there, we're going to create a class. And this is going to be called, everything's class in ASP.NET Core. So this one's going to be called page helper. Okay, inside there, we're going to make this one static so we can pass it to the, so we can inject inside the interface, inside the repository. All right, so here I just want to go ahead and copy that because this is from the previous video. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy and I'll explain. So I went and go ahead and copy so you don't have to. All right, so I created a public static enumerable integer for the page number, for the page numbers, and we're gonna pass two parameters, which is one's for page number, one for page count. And here what I want to do is I want to make sure if it's less than or equal to 5, I want the page count to go plus, plus 1. And this is what we want to return. If it's less than else, we want to go ahead and we want to create an integer midpoint page number. So what I want to do is create that. So if it's lower, you want to subtract by 2. And if it's upper, subtract plus 2. So, and that's that. So let me make sure you guys get that. So here, don't worry, this will be available on the repo. So, okay, let me see. Why are you complaining? Okay, so that's that. So let me go ahead and go back to right here. So let me go ahead and go back. So let me go ahead and implement the page helper. Okay, so that's that. So here, now we're back over here. So I inject this, so it's not complaining anymore. So I put down page number, and then here I'm going to pass 2 parameters because we're going to be using page number, and we're going to use page count. And inside their page count, we want to go ahead and display 2 lists. And then we want to pass, the next one is going to be supposed to be a comma. So the next one is going to be, we want to return categories also too. So category, and we want to make that equal to category. Then we also want to do search, and we want to make that equal to the search. And the last one is going to be not the last one, but now nevertheless. So this one is going to be query. And then this one we want to do is, I want to go ahead and do skip. And this one is we're going to do a skip amount. And we want to do is we want to pass take. And you want to do page size. And here we want to do 2 lists. Let's finish that. All right, cool. So, and that is that for the to get all of them. All right. Let me go ahead and close all these tabs. Go ahead and save it. And there goes let me see 1 sec. All right, so the next thing I want to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the controller, to the post controller, and let's go ahead and implement more. Let's work over here. Let's concentrate in this area here. Let's implement more functions here. So what we're going to do is HTTP get, and I'm going to do public action result, and this is going to be the edit, and I'm going to pass an ID. Do a question mark like that because it's going to complain. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to check if ID is equal to null. I want to do return view, and what we're going to do is return new post view model. And we have to inject that. Okay. If not, it's not going to work. So here I want to do else. So here I want to do a variable, and it's going to be a post, and this is going to be repo that get post. We want to get a single post, and inside there, I want to get an ID. An ID is an integer. So then we want to do return. We want to return a new post view model. And inside here, what I want to do is I want to return an ID, and this is going to be post that ID. The next one is going to be the title, and this is going to be the post equal to the title. Next one is going to be I had a body, and this is going to be pose, and that is coming directly from the class. So if you have follow everything the way I'm doing it, you should have the same thing. So then you have pose that image, and then we have the description, and this is going to be also pose description. And then this one is going to be category, and this is going to be pose that category, just like that. And we want to pass tags. This is going to be pose that tags, like that. And let's go ahead and close it so that way it doesn't complain. So that's how you do the HTTP get. So then I want to do is I want to go ahead and create another one. This is going to be a HTTP post. And here we want to do is we want to do public async, and this is going to be task. Wait, did I make it? Oh, I think I made a boo-boo here. Uh-oh. Okay, so what are you oh, I think what happened is it's supposed to be outside. It's supposed to be over here. Yep. See, now it's not complaining. All right. So here I want to do the same thing. I want to do I action result. And that's going to be edit. And then this is, I'm going to pass pose view model. And we're going to do view model. So here, what I want to do is I want to do a variable, and this is going to be a pose. And this is, I'm going to create a new pose, of course. And the new pose is going to have, you want to pass an ID. Oh, this is going to be equal to the ID. The next one is going to be title, view model, title. Then it's going to be body, body, and then, okay. And it's going to be VM body. And then description, description. Uh-oh. This, oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't import that. Okay, so now VN, here, this one here, you don't have to call it VM. You can call it view model if you want to type in the whole thing. So it doesn't have to be just VM, but it's like to short it out. Okay, so then we're going to pass category, and it's going to be dot category. And then the last one is going to be the tags. And this is going to be view model dash tags, like that. And so since we're finished with that, let's do on now. This comes with for the image. So let's do vn that image, and this one, let's make it equal. If it's equal to null, you want to go ahead and post the image. So then you want to do current image, and let's do else post image is equal to await. And this is where the file manager comes handy. File manager dot save image. And we want to do view that image. Then over here, what I want to do is if post dot ID is greater than 0, you want to do is underscore dot repo dot update. This is where you want to do an update post. And okay, else that repo add a post. So if it's not an update, you want to go ahead and add the post. So if it's greater than 0, you want to go ahead and update it. If it's no pose, like I mean there's no pose at all, then you want to go ahead and add a new one. So then once you do that, then you want to do is if await that repo save changes async, and then you want to do is return I'm going to use the redirect to action, and I want to send them straight back to the main page, which is the index, like that. Okay, cool beans. So then we want to do else. We want to return a view, and we want to return the view model. So now we want to do the HTTP get. HTTP get. All right, so then we're going to do public action result. Action, wait, not partial. Public action result. And this one is going to be remove. And here we're going to pass an ID to remove the item. Let's make this one task. Let's make this one async. Okay, so here we want to do is grab the repo, and what are we removing? We're removing a pose. Right here, remove pose, and then we're going to pass an ID. And then once we remove it, we want to do a wait because we're using async. Repo, save change. Wait, why are you complaining? We want to do a wait. Repo await. Repo. Okay, so here we want to do await that repo. Then we want to do, I know why you're complaining, because I put that line. All right, so then underscore repo that save changes async. And then we want to do is return redirect to action, and we want to send it back to the main page, which is the index. And then here what we want to do is we want to do one HTTP. This is to get the picture, HTTP get. And we want to do /image. And this is going to be an image like that. And here we want to do is response catch. And this one is going to be catch profile name. This is just to keep like a maintenance, so it doesn't. All right, so you want to do the catch monthly. So then we want to do public action result, and this is going to be an image, and inside there is going to be string, that image. Image right here. Okay, so inside here, we want to do a variable, and this one is going to be called mine. And this is going to be an image that substring. And inside there, we want to do, inside the parentheses, we want to do image that last index of. We're going to make this happy face right here. And you want to add up +1. And then you want to do is return new file string result, like that. And you want to do file manager image string, and you want to pass the image, and we want to do $image forward slash, and this is going to be mine, like that. Cool, looks pretty. All right, cool. Okay. So whenever you're working with the repository like that, and you create interfaces, in order for that to take effect for the controller to be able to communicate, you want to go here inside the program here, inside here, you're going to have to inject it, because if not, it will throw you an error code. And let me show you what it will do. So this is, it's going to throw you an extension here. So this is going to be the error code. So it says handle and extension occur while processing. So it's here, what it's saying is they unable to resolve the service. So what we want to do is we want to go inside here, the startup, and we want to go ahead and inject that. So let me show you. So here, right below, let's put it over here. Okay, over here. Let's do it over here. Builder dot services, and we want to do add a scope. And inside here, we want to do file manager, and this is going to come from file manager like that. And then we want to do another one for builder dash services. And this is, I'm going to add up a scope. And this is going to be for the repository. Oh, I'm sorry, post repository. And this is going to be post repository. So let me build the application and see if I get different result. All right, cool. Let me build it again. All right. So we build it, okay, because we're in the admin area. So it's going to be admin dash post. So this is where all of that, so that we got the edit, the lead, all of that. So we have to create all of that. So let me see. Right now, the view that you actually seeing is this one here. Inside my views, I have a post folder. Inside there's the index. So let me show you guys what it looks like. So inside there, what I did is I imported the model, enumerable post, and I create a container fluid. Container is pretty much Bootstrap. And inside there, I have a table, and I made it responsive. I put the title, the body, the image, category, tags, edit, delete, and I'm using the for each. So I'm using variable block inside the model. So this is what you will display if there was any items there. So all of that, and then also I created actions for like the edit, the details, the lead, all of that together. So this is pretty much what the index look like. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the edit. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, so they to make it a little bit faster and quicker, so I created a edit file. So inside the post view, I created a file as an edit here. This one here in the top, I imported post view model, which is coming from inside my models here. Post view model right here. So then I have the title, the body, description, tags, category. So anyway, so then let me go back to my edit here. So inside here, I have a container. Inside here, I have a form, and I'm using the HTTP controller post. Is I put down the actions edit, and I put down the method as post. And then also because we're going to be updating the image, we're going to be passing the image. So I put down multi-part / form data. And let me see here. And then I put down a title. The first one is going to be the title, the description, the tags, And then here I end up creating a category for the type, like that way you can select what type of post is going to be. And then so right here I have the image, so that way I can see whenever I post an image. And over here, just a normal submit button. So I have rebuild the application. So I don't have the links here, but I will have some links. So then I put down edit, and this is what it looks like right here. Um, Pretty much. So you can put the title, description, tags. You can select the categories, and you can do the body and choose the file. Yeah, so it's getting there. It's getting close. It's getting coming along. It's so it's this right here. So all right, so the next thing I want to go ahead and do is I want to show you guys. So whenever every time you're going to post an image on it, let me see. Let me go back over here. I need to create inside my www root right here. I'm going to create a folder which is going to say images. So that's what I'm going to do now. So inside there, I'm going to create a folder, and this is going to be called, I'm going to call it content. And inside there, I'm going to put another one for blog, like that. And then, yeah, blog like that. Yeah, that's it. So all the images, whatever I'm going to post, they're going to come here. So that's that. Let me make sure. Yep, that's it. So, oh, and I almost forgot. I need to go ahead and import. So that way, so let me go ahead and import. So whenever we have the form, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Admin post. So over here where it says body, I'm going to go ahead and change it. I'm going to use a library, very popular library. So it looks nicer. So let me do that. All right. So what I did is called summer note, and I end up importing the library. So let me show you guys what it looks like. So see, it changed that. All right, guys. All right, guys. I didn't mean this video to be this long, so I did kind of did a little bit of shortcuts here and there. All right. Hopefully, you guys liked it, and don't forget to share the video. Stay tuned for more, and don't forget to subscribe. And I can't wait to finish that. So in the next video, we're actually gonna test it, and we're gonna start doing some. We're gonna start working on the UI. So stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys on the next video. And again, don't forget to leave a comment. And again, guys, I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking none of that. Just asking for your support. All you got to do is hit a like and make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next video. All right. Stay tuned for more. Peace.